The myth about happy wife, happy life, and why it's destroying marriages.
Dirty texts, dick pics, and boiling over.
Stop using boundaries, guys. You have an apology problem. You are holding yourself back. What you can do or what to do when you're not having sex.
You've never seen us in action?
There is always something that you need to do better. The myth about happy wife, happy life, and why it's destroying marriages. Welcome to the Morrow Marriage Podcast, guys, where we keep it real, raw, because we are I lost our thing.
Uncensored and anointed. Prayer 5.
It's because I said is where we keep it instead of doing it the normal way. Guys.
Don't break what's not broken.
That's right.
He breaks
I break shit. I break shit. Okay. All right. So, guys, this is a powerful episode. And
Did I say don't break what's not broken? I think that's what I said.
You might have. Oh. Yeah. All right. So, here's the thing. Happy wife, happy life is one part of the problem. And then there's another, and I'm going to get to it. Okay. So, happy wife, happy life. We were talking about people, men in general this morning, a certain type of man who is who I deal with. And but this man, there's two versions. So they're all happy wife, happy life. At some point they turn into this. And one could be very passive and shut down and just take the shit. And one could get aggressive or like me, super abusive and rageful. And there's various degrees in between.
Like you used to be.
Like I used to be, yes. And so I want to talk about this because it doesn't work. And, you know, we hear other cliches because it's changed, you know, happy spouse, happy house, and this and that. And that's where I want to go with part 2 is like, this is a two-way street where people fawn or people just try to please to avoid the conflict. And you guys, it really is fucking up your marriage. It's destroying your marriages, okay? The first and foremost, if you always say yes, I mean, I talked to a guy this week who was like, oh, you know what? Like I said, who are you? My big question, who are you? And he's like, I am a person who loves to help and give and take care of everybody. Shut the fuck up. You're literally trying to sell yourself. You're not saying who I am. Like Dennis calls him out and he's like, guys, he's like,
it's what you do. It's not who you are.
If you're a strong man, you don't have to say I'm strong. Okay. Like that's what you do because of who you are. It's like you can be a great husband. I don't have to run around telling everybody I'm a great husband. They see me fucking opening Kathryn's car door, fucking taking care of her, do this, do that, whatever. And they see it. She feels it. I don't have, like I used to. I'm fucking awesome. I don't have to do that. Right?
You are awesome though.
But, thanks baby. But here's the thing. Most of you have been trained by society to believe you have to bend over, so to speak. Now you should be instead thinking of bending over backwards for because you love. But that doesn't mean you agree with everything. So, like, Kathryn and I don't agree on everything. That might sound crazy to you. But we don't agree on everything.
No, we don't.
But isn't it so much better knowing, like, now this is my personal opinion, then you go. I love that now we can both have an opinion and we just recognize that that's our opinion. That doesn't mean that sometimes we don't get defensive or take something personal or whatever. We're humans, okay? But on a whole, we know that if we say something, it's not going to be misinterpreted. We know we have a rule for each other that we generally can remind ourselves. Like,
just assume the other person's not trying to hurt me.
Assume they fucking love you and they're not trying to hurt you.
Yes.
Okay? Like, if you can do that, then you can stop agreeing to avoid. Because one of the biggest things that you do, guys, is just literally like, I mean, the easiest example I give always is like, what do you want for dinner? And you're like, I don't care. Listen, like, you probably do have an opinion. Somewhere along the way, you decided not to care. And maybe you truly don't care, but when you're saying that, you're showing them that you don't care. Like literally, they're trying to take care of you and you can't get involved. Like this happens when people are sick. Okay, I want to take care of you. This happened with a guy I spoke to this week. I really want to take care of my wife. She's super sick and she doesn't want me to, right? And so I guess I should just stop. I said, who are you? If you're sick, do you enjoy if she takes care of you? If you have some help? Yes. Well, then why wouldn't you want to take care of your sick fucking wife? Well, yeah, but she's not feeling like she wants me to do it. She's getting really, really angry. She probably knows you're going to use it against her later, right? If you're the other kind of happy wife, happy life, or where you're like going to get mad and scorekeep and throw the shit in her face. Well, when you were sick, I took care of you, right? So you don't do it for them. You do it for you, for fuck's sakes. You guys got to start just knowing what it is that you want inside. Like we talked about intimacy in the last episode, right? If you want a fucking sexless marriage, then don't reciprocate the flirt. Don't initiate a flirt. You know? I mean, like, you have to understand, if you're avoiding them, don't flirt with me. I'm not interested. You're like, okay. But then you're encouraging the life that you don't want and supporting their, I'm not calling that bad behavior, but for lack of a better expression, I'll just say their behavior, right? Like, it's not where you want it to go. And so this is why it's destroying the marriage, because you're afraid to be yourself, because you're afraid of the consequences of upsetting your partner. You know, we get a lot of people that are afraid of the anger, or a lot of people that just are tired of wondering if they're really loved. You have these people that are so confused by your behavior of agreeing with everything, they don't even know who you are, right? That's probably the biggest reason it's destroying your I mean, I talk about this all the time. You don't know who you are, then how can they love you? Like, you can't even love yourself, right? And by agreeing with everything, or saying yes to everything, or saying, I'm available, I'll do whatever you need to everything, you gotta become way more fucking valuable than that. Then you won't even be worried about, am I texting too much? And they won't be saying, you're texting too much, you're bothering me too much. Like, they won't, because you're fucking valuable. And because you have an opinion, and because you're valuable and you have an opinion, they want to know more. So you start asking questions and you start connecting on a deeper level. Some of you guys sorry.
It doesn't mean that you can't say yes to everything. So in our relationship, it depends on the motive behind saying yes. If you're saying yes just to keep the peace, that's bad. That's happy wife, happy life, or happy spouse, happy house. If Cass asks me to do something, I have an internal desire to make that happen for him. Now, I don't always say yes because maybe I'm not capable, their timing doesn't work, but I'll tell you, if he asks me to do something, I want to do it, even if it's something that I don't want to do. I have a in my soul that I'm like, how do I make this happen? Not because I'm afraid of his reaction anymore, because I genuinely want to help him. Everything that I ask him to do, my husband will drop everything for me. And the reason he does that isn't because he thinks I'm going to be mad if I don't get what I want, but he actually wants to do things for me. He wants to make my life easier. I want to make his life easier. So you can say yes to every request, but we don't want you to lose your backbone. And sometimes, when he talks about the dinner example, if the wife says to the husband, what do you want for dinner? And he says, I don't care. Maybe he does care. Maybe he wants a steak, but he's afraid that she's going to say that she wants chicken. And he doesn't want to be that, he doesn't want to have that conflict because it's going to put her into a mood. I don't know. But that is the happy wife, happy life. I'm not going to put my opinion out for dinner because I know it's going to piss my wife off. Or I know she's going to say no, and I don't want to hear no.
Or you're saying yes, like a lot of what I would do before when I was available and dropping everything for Kathryn. Before I grew, what I would do is do that to prove I was a good man, also so I could get something in return.
Right.
I didn't even know this was happening. Most guys don't even know that they're doing this thing. I think probably most people doing the happy spouse thing, you don't really know it, but you want to avoid the conflict because you don't want to be another roommate night, another awkward, another fight. And so you're trying to get something. That's the even deeper version where you're like, and if I don't say anything about dinner and there is nothing upset, maybe we can just cuddle tonight, because everybody will be happy. I don't care, babe, whatever you want to eat, babe, whatever you want for dinner. Well, whatever's easier. The spaghetti sounds easier. We'll have more time for hanky-panky later. You lose all possibility for connection. And the other thing is you're really depending on your partner then, and that's heavy. That's heavy. If you have to always figure out everything to make them happy, that may be the situation you're in, and maybe you feel like you have to. Your partner is going to lose their shit or whatever. I can understand and I can appreciate why you've gone that far, but they're not happy with that either.
No, and you're enabling it to get worse.
Yes.
You're perpetuating that cycle.
You have to gain control of just starting with the truth. That's what I would leave you with the big lesson today is what's the truth, right? Because I will drop everything for Kathryn. But if the truth is, I really need to spend a little bit more time doing X, Y, Z first, I'll say, can it wait? Can I do that in 2 hours or whatever? We do that every time. I was telling the guys on coaching call yesterday, we do that almost every time we come up to each other because we do our whole life on our phones, just like you. okay? Very seldom are we on our laptops or whatever, right? And so we start it with like, hey babe, is now a good time?
I'll say, can I talk right now? Because I don't want to distract him if he's doing something that's really important for work. And he'll ask if it's a good time because he knows I'm balancing all kinds of things with the kids and their homeschooling and all kinds of things. So we just, go back to the respect issue or the episode. We are just trying to respect each other because yes, we are one, we are married. He's my best friend. I'm his best friend. You know, we're everything to each other. That doesn't mean that we should just make the assumption that what we have on the table at this moment is more important than what your partner is doing. Now, we try to show each other that, like I try to show him, he is the most important thing. But if I'm doing something, my mind is in 1,000 different directions. The last thing I need is distraction because then I'll never remember what it was I was doing. So he knows that if I say, I need a minute. He's really good, though, about putting it down, addressing me, and being able to pick up where he left off because he's not as scattered as I am. But we respect that we each need something a little bit different, and we respect the way that we respond to each other. I think that's the most important thing is that we understand each other.
Yeah, the real point here, guys, is bouncing thing on our screen. I'm learning how to use this smart thing, and I'm not learning it very well. Essentially, smart TV or board, whatever you call it. All right, so essentially, the truth will set you free. It's not my expression, but it's really true. It's that truth is going to be hard for a lot of you because you have enabled bad behavior, because you are walking on eggshells, because you really don't know what to expect. And I understand that. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Every single person that listens to this podcast wants a better marriage, wants more for their life, at least romantically. Okay? And if that is the case, then you can't get anything, anywhere in your marriage, in relationship, if you don't have truth. This is why we're so focused on truth, transparency, integrity. You know, everybody talks about core values of fucking honesty. Shut the fuck up. Be accountable to someone, to yourself for starters, and being transparent with the truth, okay? And you'll fuck up. You know, you'll catch me on coaching calls or, talking to people, and I'll be like, that's a lie. Like the moment it comes out of my mouth, that's how fast I'm at catching it. But my brain was still programmed for so long to protect myself, to do the happy wife, happy life, or people please, that the lies that come out of my mouth to prove that I'm good are still there. The only difference between then and the old me, Ryan, and now, okay, is that Kathryn or no one else actually has to say, is that true? You know, nobody has to question. Kathryn you had a lot of patience for it. I mean, fuck, I would go so deep digging holes because that's what I learned to do, okay, that she started to say, show me, right? Now, I don't want you guys to go ask your partner to show you the proof. What I want you to do if you're listening to this is just start being truthful, okay? You can say things like, I don't want to. That's okay. Can it wait? You know what? I really like steak. And it's going to be okay. I promise you. And it will be hard for some of you, but there's no possibility for more unless you can just be truthful, okay? Let me give you one good example before we go. My wife and I both know that our newest interests and everything we're learning about, our two newest hobbies, okay, are a little uninteresting to us on the other side. Meaning, Kathryn is enjoying getting to know things about working on vehicles and me restoring it and blah, blah, blah. And I'm learning about her new collection and all of these things. Most of that information is not like super exciting for us, but because we're connected and we're truthful, we can know that about each other and support each other with each other's excitement without the expectation, right? Okay, cool. So that's really neat. And I really, don't understand it. But then because it's truthful and it's honest, there's also no expectation that I'm going to remember everything about each member of the collection. She's going to know exactly what the 4 different things are that make the body work happen. You know what I mean? And does that matter?
No, the big thing is just showing interest in your partner's interest.
Yeah, exactly. But truthfully.
Yes.
Okay? The old me would have been untruthful and would have probably tried to go learn so much about her collection that I'm already buying more shit for it and I'm already trying to fucking wow the fuck out of her. Not even interested. Like only excited because it excites my wife. Like there's sometimes where that could work out great, but mostly it's going to be used as a weapon because you're going to feel like there's nowhere near the effort. And that's exactly what it was like.
Yes.
You know? So start with the truth, guys. All right?
I have one funny thing to say. So he said, the truth shall set you free.
Yeah.
That was one of his lines during our like massive fights when he was on the crazy train. I don't know when he would use it, but almost in every fight he would be, the truth shall set you free. Every fight.
Every fight.
I shouldn't say every fight, but I want to say 95% of fights, that line would come out. He had some lines that you would know that he was
fucking cuckoo
when that line came out, because like, what? The truth shall set you free in the middle of a fight. Why would you? But that was one of his things. So he's not dysregulated right now. He actually means that, be truthful. But I just thought I'd throw that in.
Oh yeah, good point.
Especially since
I'm losing my mind right now.
No, you'd know if he was losing his mind, guys. We wouldn't publish the episode.
Well, he's
never lost his mind when we're filming podcasts. We always have a good time filming
it's like
podcasts.
a date for us, but I was just thinking about that because would we publish the episode? I don't know. We probably would. We could turn it into like a lesson, like that secret recording of a fight. You guys, we have that for you guys. You know, it was like Kathryn had this hidden recording. That's a really good lesson.
Yes.
From back in the day when I think it was 2016.
Yeah, we probably would publish it, but I cannot see what could possibly happen to make you lose it during filming a podcast.
We were talking, and in general, we were talking this morning, some clients that we have right now, a lot of stuff they're going through really remind us, and specifically I'm hearing how she's feeling about some of the things that have happened, and it's really reminding me of my old behavior because of this man's behavior and what it's been like. And I'm just like, we sat there and talked over coffee this morning. I was like,
how did you stay with me?
Yeah, I can't even believe how fucking bad I was. Like, I can't even believe some things I did because I'm being all reminded of some of these things. And so, anyways, guys, that's powerful for you guys. You know, knowing how bad it was, I literally said to Kathryn this morning, I was like, I can't believe you stayed with me. Like, when I think back to some of these things that I'm, holy fuck. But you know, that's why we're so hard on you guys to do better.
Because if we can make it through,
oh my God,
there's no way, I don't think there's any possible way for me to ever explain how bad it was in our marriage. Because a lot of it, I have moved past. I was conditioned to move past things and to give a clean slate and to fawn and to people please. And I'm not that type of person. I'm not the codependent person, but I learned how to express codependent traits to be able to be with my husband.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Yes. And then when we moved on into healing, part of the reason that we teach moving forward is because that's what we've done. Nobody told us not to sit in the past. That's just what we did. We didn't sit in the past. So there's no way that you guys will ever understand how bad it was because we don't have a bunch of recorded fights. I don't have the proof of how bad he was. And I don't even really have the memory of it because we've left it behind us.
We get the memories or whatever because of people.
Something will trigger a memory.
People's experiences are like, whoa, like we have a story like that. Do we ever?
Yeah.
You know, that's why recently we had the Naked Fits episode. As we were like, we forgot all about that, right? And so anyways, guys, but did you catch what she was talking about there? She was conditioned by me, is what she meant, and that was to become a placater, right? To fawn, to please me, to avoid. Okay. In that truth, she lost who she was. She had no truth of her.
I enabled him to get worse.
To get worse, guys. It's very powerful. It's why it's destroying marriages, okay? There's two sides of it, like you're learning here, okay? All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.